which kind of ties into like what we wanted to talk about today. So, the new year kind of just kicked off, and this is so classic that we're going to talk about this, but like, people set New Year's resolutions.
Mm-hmm.
What is going to be the difference maker in you taking that resolution and making it a reality, or you turning that resolution into something that's just, we'll wait till next year, is kind of what we want to dive
into, right? Resolution to reality, or resolution to regret.
Ooh, I like it. Title of the episode, maybe?
Boom, thumbnail.
So yeah, it's all along the lines of how do we connect with the deeper meaning? How do we create something that's going to allow us to persist the, all of the barriers that are going to hit you at some point.
Yeah.
All of the lack of motivation that may come after the first couple weeks, or the soreness that after you start training, again for the first time, the soreness that hits, like, and you're like, your body's hurting and you don't want to go to the gym again. How do we persist and continue and endure to turn that resolution into a reality?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I love it. That's a great topic, and obviously pertinent to the time of year.
Yeah.
First thing I'll say is I don't really think hard resolutions are the best idea.
Yeah.
Like,
I would agree with you on that.
I think it should be rooted more in life change, lifestyle change, identity change. Like, really, really thinking about who you are and who you want to be, and anchoring to that, and then asking yourself the question of like, okay, how would that person show up?
Yeah.
Versus saying like, oh, I'm going to get up and work out every morning at 5 a.m. I mean, measurable goals are good, but if it's too rigid, and it's too far outside of yourself, then it becomes really difficult. And it's either like an all or nothing mentality.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking like you could be someone that says, oh, I want to read more books this year. Right. Like I have a goal of reading 100 books.
It's a lot of books,
which is like cool. But if you have to attach yourself to what is the value that's going to be brought to you by reading those books, and maybe that's more of the underlying goal that we need to set versus I just need to accomplish this thing. Because I think I think each one of those books needs to bring you value in some way. And it could be, I want to disconnect my brain and be entertained by something that's not a screen. Like that's the simple thing. It could be, I want to read something that's actually going to provide me knowledge or education. Right. Like, but I think you've got to like create those parameters on like, what is that thing doing for me so that come July, come August, come November, like I'm still reading a book and I'm not just like, forget it. Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So same thing with exercise, nutrition, all the things like.
Yeah, I agree. It's like digging into, again, the deeper why, anchoring it to your heart. Like what am I trying to get out of this? And who am I wanting to become? Right. It's setting a hard, like you just said, reading X amount of books. You may get to the end of that 100 books and be like, okay, now what? Like, what did I do? What did I learn?
Yeah.
Right. Where did
like,
that?
How do you have a check-in with yourself?
Where did that take me?
When you get done with 100 books.
Yeah.
If you get done with 100.
Yeah. Or is the goal like, I want to be someone who reads, someone who reads more, someone who enjoys reading. I think that those are very.
Like what do you like about just continuing with that example? It's like, if that's your goal, what do you like about other people who maybe read more? You know what I mean? Like, because I do think there's like, if we're using this example, like if you're someone who does that, like you're probably able to have a little bit more intellectual conversations. You're probably have a little bit more creative thought. You're probably not so attached to your phone. Or like there's things like that I think like I would perceive value from someone who you can tell like, oh man, I want to do that. Like, because it seems like they're having a good time.
Or is it coming from the idea that like, oh, I know that I'm wasting time on Instagram, or I'm wasting time watching TV, and it doesn't feel good in my body to keep doing that. So again, getting to the root of like, okay, what am I trying to fulfill here? Doesn't need to be, I'm going to read 100 books. If you read 100 books and then go right back to your old habits, it's okay. What's at the root of this? What am I trying to change about myself? Maybe you don't want to be attached to wasting time on Instagram or on YouTube or whatever. Maybe it doesn't necessarily come with reading X amount of books, but finding a few books that you're really interested in, or finding that topic that you like really want to learn more about and pursue that path.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it's the same with health and fitness. Like, I want to lose 50 pounds this year. Okay, but where is that going to get you? And what do you see? What are you imagining your life is going to be like on the other side of that 50 pounds?
Yeah, who do you become when that's gone?
Yeah, exactly. Because you might get there and still not feel fulfilled, right? I think you'll feel much better in your body. But what stops you from putting that 50 pounds back on once the resolution is over?
And it's almost like, I mean, using that example, you could get there and then you could take your foot off the gas, because now you're like, well, I know how to do it, you know?
Yeah, it's right there. Whenever I want
50 pounds, I know how to do it.
Whenever I want to do it, I can do it.
Yeah. And then you're like, gain back 10 pounds. You're like, it's fine. Like, I know how to get this off.
Yeah.
Gain back 15 pounds. It's fine. I know how to get this off. Like, that's how that comes right back. Yeah.
Exactly. So on a deeper level, it's figuring out why you want to lose the weight, or you want to read the books, right? Whatever the goal is. And I think it has to do with meeting that part of yourself. And like, this sounds a little woo-woo, but meeting that part of yourself and giving it some love and giving it some grace, right? So a lot of times we do things we pursue things out of feeling inadequate. And I've done this many times.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, and maybe I don't know if this is totally in line with what you're saying, but it's like, yeah, we're so dependent on like others' perception of us, right? Is that kind of the same?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Comparing ourselves to others, thinking that we're not enough.
I know I have a vacation coming up. I want to lose 20 pounds before that vacation because of how others are going to perceive me in this environment.
Yeah, when I have my shirt off.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, it feels good to be lean. It feels good to like look good with your shirt off. That's something you can be proud of, and you can be confident, right, taking your shirt off. But again, I guess if that's the driving force, it's too shallow for real long-term consistency and life change. If that's the drive, then you're probably not going to be sticking to the habits that you would need to be sticking to in order to actually look like that and feel like that year round, or for the next 10 years or for the next 20 years. It's going to be like a seasonal thing where like, oh, I pushed really hard and I got shredded for this 2 weeks and then I let it go. So I guess meeting yourself there and like, why do I want that so bad?
Yeah.
It's because I want other people to see me as X, because I feel like I'm not enough unless I'm below 10% body fat, or I feel like I'm ugly unless I'm 50 pounds lighter than I am now. And being able to actually sit with yourself and recognize that and see that and give yourself a little bit of love and grace in that, then you can like, I feel like that opens the door into tapping into like, what is the actual desire? Because maybe the actual desire is not having a six pack or looking shredded so other people think I look good. It's like maybe the actual desire is like, I know I could be taking better care of myself.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
And I think that like kind of ground floor is the place to start when it comes to whatever change it is that you want to make, right? Whatever it is you want to pursue in your New Year's resolution.